We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready. Set. Go. Set.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. You talk about this Titan defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Panther first down.
A play fake. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Marshall. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Sanders. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards.
Hey, go steal. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondering in his game partner, will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tight right.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Tiger, Tiger.
Here's Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Go, deep. Go.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
Run.
Crowder in motion here right. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Tight right.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. And Tannehill changing the look.
Here you go, Tiger. Yep.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Riley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets stumped on his backside.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First down, Panthers.
Ready.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And running with power here. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are able to move back in front.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now it's Crowder.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. Here's a diving catch right side. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Titans at 6-4 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go. Block, block.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Trip left, trip left.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This Carolina defense looking to keep them out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakakro, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Young looks to throw on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Young to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Sanders will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 17, Titans 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Block, block.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, break.
Following the interception, Young steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
Second down and 4.
Ready.
It's Young off play action.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Young will set to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here is Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Now it's Crowder. Crease here as he's past the 30. And a 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On play action, Young. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing, Young. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Go. Go.
Young to throw it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Let's go.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Ready?
Now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Ready.
Now here's Young. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
98 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Looking to throw, Young.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Forced out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
To about the 33-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Here's Tannehill.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Tannehill going to move him around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They go play action. Young. Flush to his right. Shakes off the sag. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Tannehill's throw taken in there by Crowder. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
Here we go.
line.
Triple 38. Set, go.
The play fake, now Young. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And quickly they get to the line. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry from 17 yards out. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Yo, triple left. Let's be hot.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Mingo. And now off to the races down the right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
38, Titans 20. Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Thielen going to go in motion right. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Young now. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hey, check Mega. Ready.
Now Young. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
At the 5-yard line.
Ready.
Young quickly to the flat. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will go to Henry out wide. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. To the air again, Tannehill. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Sammy Watkins, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That throw by Young incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Okay,
so back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing. And bang that one through.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Cut.
Young here to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Tommy Tremble
from 19 yards away.
And the Panthers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Second down and 3.
And Young's going to throw it here. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. It's Young off play action.
He'll air one out deep from Mingo.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
There you go, right here.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Flushed out right. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan. They all